Greetings everybody, coming to you from my 2023 Nissan Versa S Manual. I was just thinking about the value for the money in car purchases and wanted to share my thoughts on why a new Nissan Versa purchase is such a great value for the money. So the number one thing I want to talk about is depreciation, at least in today's market. Today's market for cars in general is kind of an odd thing. During the couple years after the pandemic, cars were so scarce and so prices were really high, but more recently the car market has been crashing considerably. So a lot of cars are depreciating a huge amount, but I did a little experiment on this car, and so I bought it about a year ago, and I was actually able to get a small discount. I paid just a hair under $17,000 for this car, $16,900 and change. And then I have driven it for a year, and it still does have relatively low miles. I've only put 6,500 miles on it, but I put it on the Carvana website to get an offer. Now, I've sold some cars to Carvana in the past, and never really had any issues, but Carvana offered $16,900, so essentially exactly what I paid for the car brand new a year ago. So in terms of actual depreciation cost, it's been zero. Now that doesn't account, of course, for insurance and gas and all that, but all those costs are low as well. With the type of driving I do, according to the instrument cluster here, I have been averaging 37.3 miles per gallon, and it runs on 87. Gas prices are a little high at the moment, but still, that's pretty good fuel economy. It's way better than it's rated on the Windows sticker. It's like rated at 35 highway and 28 city or something like that, and that's largely because the manual transmission is kind of geared a little bit lower, but not an issue at all. And then the insurance costs are low. It's not a very expensive car to insure, and I also think the long-term reliability is going to be really good. Now it's anybody's guess how the value is going to hold up over time, but just kind of poking around a little bit, there's still dealers out there selling 2020 Versas for $16,000, $17,000, $18,000, and Carvana, I think, is asking like $20,000 for those same cars. So that's going back 4 years now, and they basically have not depreciated in all that time. So I mean, I think that's like the number one value proposition, is this car is kind of unique in that it really doesn't depreciate, at least not like a normal car would. Typically, if you buy a new car and drive it off the lot, you're going to lose any add-ons that the dealer put on, plus you're going to lose at least 20%, like the minute you drive the car off the lot. And that doesn't seem to happen with these Versas. So that's another great a great argument for buying one of these is the cost is going to be very minimal. I mean, even if you compare it to buying an old car for like a couple grand or something like that, that's going to end up costing you in maintenance and repairs and stuff like that. I would argue that an old car like that would cost you the same or more than a brand new Versa would when you factor in the depreciation. So that's another thing I was thinking about, is how much this car has actually cost. You know, and then you add in the fun factor, and it's actually a pretty safe car. It's like got 4 and 5 star safety ratings, depending on where you look. And it's very engaging to drive. I've done some other videos talking about all that, you know, so really the value for the money is just off the charts. And I mean, even if you find a dealer that won't discount but will still sell for MSRP, it is still one heck of a value. I've gone into some details in my other videos about standard features that come on this car that are really surprising. So if you're interested in that, check those out. I think I called it surprising standard features, and they're actually all useful, very useful things as well, except maybe the lane alert, the lane keeping alert. I don't find much of a use for that. I think I may have turned that off. I don't know, let's see. I don't know. It may not see the line on the road there. I kind of drifted over to see if it would vibrate the steering wheel at me. It doesn't do any steering intervention, but when it senses you cross the line, it will vibrate the steering wheel at you. So, yeah, that's just my latest thoughts, kind of a quick video, but I think this is probably about the best value for the money out there. Anyway, share your thoughts, comment down below what your thoughts are. Have a great day.